And motorsports in Africa has always been growing, like you said, in Uganda and many other countries that even just came out of the war. So recently we had a congress in Abuja. The FIA came to Abuja, and they made us to understand that they really want motorsports to grow in Nigeria and even other countries in Africa as well. They are so much interested in coming to Nigeria to race in the Africa Championship, So it's something that they've always had interest in, and now that they've come and they've had meetings here and they've seen what our terrain looks like and they've visited some of our attractions and all that, they really want motorsports to grow in Nigeria, because there's no other place to go. There's a limit to which you can expand in Europe. There's a limit to which you can expand in the US, but there's so much room for expansion here in Africa and in Nigeria too.
Let's talk about our participants now. Peter, you won the one in Shagamu.
Yeah.
You don't even look like who can handle speed. How did you do it? And will you be competing on Saturday?
Yes, I will compete on Saturday. I have to defend my title. Listen, this is, people, they don't understand that this is a hobby, this is a fun, all right? That is why we call it work and play. It's not just winning, it's participating, it's feel the excitement, the adrenaline of the speed, hearing the people cheering next to you as you're going in the corners and you're drifting. So as long as you are concentrated, you have a decent car, and you have knowledge of how to drive properly, you have plenty of chances to compete, let's put it like this. And the more experience you have, it gives you more advantage in terms of winning at the end of the day. So you take advantage of the potential of your cars, you take advantage of the mistakes of the other drivers, and as long as you are concentrated, you stand good chances.
Sunday, will Peter retain his title on Saturday?
I don't think so, because I'll be there to race against him as well. And some of the cars that are racing have moved to Ondo, and really, if you see those cars, you know that this is going to be an amazing event. Those cars have been built specifically for sports. We have the BM M6 and several. I can't start naming all those cars.
Built in Nigeria?
No.
Okay.
It's been modified for racing.
That race.
Yeah, exactly. So they have all the turbochargers, the boost, and all that. So I think Peter has a little chance of winning right now.
Peter talk is cheap, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me just give you some information that you can use. The organizers have said the race, that's the walk and play rally, will be done in 3 categories: the off-road and the bike, the off-road, the road, and the bike race. The off-road race will flag off the event where the 4x4 and sports utility vehicles have been penciled to race. Tell me more about that, the off-race.
The off-road race, it's going to be within the off-terrains. We're going to go through the villages. So
are you guys going to shut down Akure?
Yeah, because even the government is, everybody in the town, it's creating a buzz there right now. Even we can't wait to get there tomorrow, because everybody is waiting for it to happen. So the roads are going to be closed, and it's going to be an amazing terrain. So we have different, even the buggies and different 4x4 vehicles that will be going on the off-road.
Peter, before we wrap up this discussion, because everybody football has so much money, basketball, motorsport, does it have any economic value?
Worldwide, motorsports create more revenue than football.
Tell me about it.
All right. You will see in Europe and in the United States that you will have 4 or 5 channels dedicated to motorsports, from WRC, Formula One, MotoGP, Paris-Dakar events.
Wow.
So motorsports is, let's say, the king of the sports abroad, in a sense that all the big businesses, they follow the exposure that you have through motorsports.
Wow.
In Australia, for example, they have a revenue over $500 million per year.
500 million.
$500 million. So you have tourists from all over the world that they're coming. You have all the big auto industry people that they're coming to develop their cars there, to promote their products. There are so many industries related to motorsports, from insurance companies, from tires companies, from accessories, from oil industry, from crude oil. There are so many different industries that they are connected to motorsports, and that this brings a lot of revenue to many, many countries. Monaco, for example, which is a very small, a city country at the same time. All right, it has a Monaco rally, Formula One rally. The capital that they initiate from the rally each year is tremendous.
Wow. Those were pictures from the China series of the Dakar Rally. We're talking about the Dakar Rally now, and it's being done in China. So when you look at this event that we've started in Nigeria, Tunde, we will get to that level.
Sure, we will. We don't have a choice. We might not get there today, but we've started, and that's what we're gunning for. Because I'm sure very soon, in the next few years, motorsports is still at the tender age right now, but it's growing at a geometric progression. For instance, if you look at the one we had in Shagam, we had several cars, but the number of cars that are already in Akure right now is like way far above the cars that were in Shagam. So it's very difficult to start, but it's good that we've started.
That's right.
And as the day goes by, more people are showing interest. Even while I was coming here, some people just heard about the event that it will be coming up tomorrow and next, and they're already putting their cars to go to Akure. So Nigerians really love sports. We really love cars. When you combine the two together, you have motorsports, and we love to drive. We admire all these cars. So we really need to make things happen around motorsports in Nigeria. So we don't have a choice. We're getting there.
Nigeria loves sports. Nigeria loves cars, but we don't like traffic. I must say thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Peter, for coming around, and all the best. Hopefully we'll sustain this momentum. Thank you so much. Sadly, I won't be able to compete on Saturday, but I'll be rooting for the winner. Thank you so much. So that's it. It's motorsports. We don't get to talk about it often, but I mean, it can get big in this country, and of course be a good source of revenue generation for the country. Sports Tonight.